here's the bus. Oh, nice ride.
Paul that gave you that list.
Mike?
Here.
Amanda? Here. Paul?
Here.
Laura? Yes. Sorry. Chris?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yep.
Carol? James? No. Victoria? Fraser? Alice? Craig? Cheryl? Barry?
No.
Rich? Alexandra? Army? Stephen? Claire?
Yes.
Ian?
Yes.
Emily?
Yes.
Andrew?
Yeah.
Lisa, Elsa?
Yep.
Dave?
Here, miss.
Greg?
Here.
Maureen?
Here.
Emily? Here. And Bro?
Yeah.
Bro?
Close enough.
12.
Peace.
Grab a seat somewhere else. Just fucking somewhere over the way.
And they have written their own vows, which they've kept secret from each other. So I hope the competition is good. Now, the first reading is the anonymous poem, The Loving Heart, which will be read for us by Joanne's niece and Florida Legend. Are you? They symbolise their farewell to their single lives and their welcome to their married Delightful, in fact.
Look at the machine knocking that back.
You a long, healthy, and joyous life. Now, marriage is built on the sharing.
I'm not blocking you, am I?
So, up a little bit. Gonna back up a little bit. Is that okay over here? Excellent. Right, my man Ian Allan is going to start us off. Yeah, you're first.
For goodness sakes, I didn't really buy into this, but anyway. Hello everybody, and welcome. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Joe's dad. I'm responsible, well, partly. So, and I did prepare a few notes, so just bear with me. Do I need this? Did you hear me in the back? So, yeah, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you. Thank you so much for coming and celebrating this beautiful day, beautiful day. Of course, we were delayed with the COVID. This thing has been in the planning for several years. 3 years, isn't it? But anyway, it's nice that eventually we all got together to celebrate this. All Joseph. It's lovely to see so many happy, smiling faces. A lot of you guys, I don't know most of you guys, I'm sorry, but that's what my daughter's responsible for that. When she goes through life, she's very gregarious. She gathers all these people. I mean, that says a lot about her. You'll take a stick. All you lovely ladies, with your hair and your nails, your hats, and your eyes so beautiful. The men don't know. Seldom will be home. Can't hear you out there, don't we? Anyway, sorry, but I got a bit quiet there. Which bit did you miss? Do you want me to recap? You lovely ladies at the back, okay? You're looking so beautiful with your nails, your hair, your hats. You're all dressed up, looking so beautiful. Us men, we do our best. It's never good enough, though, really, is it? I'm immensely proud of that little girl. Oh, woman, yeah, she's a woman now, I suppose, yeah. And no, I'm immensely proud to have been able to walk her down the aisle. So, Paul, you're a very lucky guy. Very lucky guy, she's very beautiful. Well, that whole cliche of losing a daughter, not losing a daughter, but gaining a son is true. Paul, he sort of slipped into the family very easily. He's very easy to get on with, he's a big softie, and yes, he just fitted in, and he's a fabulous and welcome addition to our family. I think the service that was conducted by Stella earlier on was fantastic, and she covered most of the things. It made my speech a lot easier. You know, shed about 400 pages. No, she said everything about these two guys, how they met, how they fell in love, and it's wonderful. So, but I think, and I'm sure that you'll agree, that Paul and Joanne make a lovely couple. With the addition of Reuben and Willow, I don't know whether they're still here or they're away to their beds, but anyway, Reuben and Willow, in my eyes, they look like a perfect family. I'm sure you'll join me in wishing them all the love and happiness for the future. Paul's asked me to keep the speeches short, probably so it wouldn't interfere with the drinking. So before I hand you over to the next speaker, can I ask you to charge your glasses, please, and be upstanding? The first host, absent friends.
Absent friends.
And the second one, I'm very, very happy to say this, Mr. and Mrs. Allan. Okay, thanks guys.
Don't worry about me, just do your job. Yeah, you're fine.
So ladies and gentlemen, thank you. So on behalf of my wife and I, so to start off, I'd just like to say a couple of big thank yous. First of all, for everyone coming here today from near Aberdeen and far, from Tampa, well from Florida, even not Tampa, my bad. and people from down south and from all over the country. It's been a great pleasure being hosting you guys and you guys coming up. And also a big shout out to Ian for welcoming the family and doing a tremendous job today in helping towards the food and booze. Although, Rob, we have run out of Prosecco. We're aware of that. I think Ross getting your Prosecco bill, that's what he said. And so also a big thank you to my mum and John for their helping out here today and their generous help. Especially helping with people in Milo during these troublesome times. As you saw earlier, quite troublesome, but quite adorable. And also thank you to my dad and Pat for helping out with the wedding as well today. And thank you to the gorgeous bridesmaids who did a stunning job today. And thank you to all the hens for turning up for Joe's Henny and having a good time out in summer. And special thanks to Hannah for her beautiful bouquets and her foliage she's arranged around. And thank you to Ailsa for a beautiful artwork for the seating plan, as that took many hours and a lot of hard graft, so thank you for that. And thanks again for Anne for helping with Joe's dress. She's very happy with it. And a few other thanks here. So one for Nick for helping out with the wedding bands, the work of treats. And thanks to DJ Scott for helping out with his microphone skills and playing the music. That will continue later on in the week. And for Megan and Blair for beautiful readings delivered. And thanks to everybody for some of the Cove Mob and people that are here helping out to decorate this place, because it's taken a lot of hard work and effort, predominantly done by my wife. Wife. And we'll thank the caterers. I'm sure you enjoyed the canapes so far, and we'll look forward to the food that's coming up. There's a few other people who aren't here today. I mean, there's probably a long list, but I've narrowed it down. And one will be Joanne's mum. We wish she was here, but obviously she's not. And yes, we can't really say anything more about that, but this is the way of the world, and we choose to move on, but yes, I did understand it, probably. And so it's quite unique here. So obviously the Gallons from Coventry, they made their way, well, some of them made their way up north, and when I was a lot younger, very criticised English. My grandma Margie used to say that, see, that her grandmother or her mother used to say that she married an Englishman and she couldn't have found a better man. So I feel that's the same for me today. I couldn't have found a better woman. And I'd also like, I've got another person I'm missing here today, is my computer. I know one thing to be proud of today. He's a big Man United fan. He's super proud of Joanne's management of this arrangement, very much like Alex Ferguson. a few hair dryers have been dished out. And yeah, we've won the treble. I've won the treble, sorry, with Joanne and Ruben. And there's one person again that's not here that I don't think it made it anyway. He's a bit too old for that. He's been 105 or something like that by now. But he was always a bit concerned with the trainers that I used to wear. He thought because of these elaborate trainers or shoes that I used to wear that I would be looking for any sort of woman. Any of that interpretation. So you can believe it's that today, but it's happened. It's done, signed, sealed. The Stevie Wonder sounds very good. So, and I'd just like to say one more thing. To pass over to two lovely best men here, my brother and Thomas. And they've done really well today, they helped me out. And in the words of Ace Ventura, thank you very much. Best man and best friends.
Cheers, Paul. Hi everyone, my name is Tommy. It's the proper name, but Tommy's on the name pad here, so we do Tommy. It's an honour to be here, Paul's best man, alongside his brother Lewis. I suppose I should say it's an honour and a pleasure. I know the players didn't come to after the speech. I've known Paul for a long time now, and he's actually talking about what a great guy he is. So I can also say, he's lovely, handsome, he's funny, he's Paul, what's that say? If you know Paul's handwriting, you'll know that it is a challenging read, you know. So, first met Paul back in 1996 when we started secondary school. There's a group of about 10 of us that were pretty close throughout our school life. And I'd like to say that even now we're all keep in touch. And it's nice to see them all here today. So, a few things you might know about Paul, but you actually might, because it was covered in the speech earlier. He's long in the shower. Yeah. What I mean by that is, he takes the longest time in the shower, like, ever. Like, I'm talking like an hour plus. You know, like, I came in my flat once, and he sat in the shower for an hour plus, and I believe that's a common occurrence. It's backed up by several sources. My books. So when the fans play well, keep them down his river. Second fact, unofficially, he's one of the greatest strikers to grace the game of football ever, with an impressive 1-2 goal ratio. If you know that. A real Kingswell Dubras legend back in the day, and I was fortunate enough to play alongside Paul for the mighty FC Gillen, a five-cycling. So, let's hear me talk about Paul's main passion in life. No, it's not his love for right-wing politics, but his love for beer, for craft beer, as you know. This is the passion that brought us to Belgium for Paul's Stag weekend, which he will bore anyone senseless about. He will gleefully tell you that the beer you drink is rubbish, and you should be drinking what he recommends instead. If you try his recommendation and don't like it, then you, of course, are moron. So, the craft beer takes us to Belfast. Back in 2017, a few of the guys went for a trip to Belfast. And we tried to bag all the best craft beer bars in Belfast. We went to one bar called Blue Box. Paul, being a beer expert, was sent into the bar to get the drinks in because he's the expert. Yeah. So he orders, he's like, yeah, I'll pay a little, save on beer names, you know. So he comes back to the table with a couple of serving paddles of beer. And I'm not kidding you. Every single one of those beers is absolutely terrible, like awful. So Paul took no responsibility, immediately went to the bar and told them the bar lines were dirty. And it was their fault, but I mean, yeah, they were terrible. I knew the names I'll tell you because they're honestly the worst beers anyone's ever had. Yeah, so beer expert, dubious. So, in our late teens, myself and Paul used to play quite a bit of snooker back in the day. Both pretty good players, but I used to think Paul got quite a lot of luck, like outrageous luck. But his biggest bit of luck never came to snooker table. It met the day he met Joan. Joan, you're absolutely stunning today, and Paul's lucky guy to have you in his life. told you, you didn't hear me wrong. After our first drinking session together, I did think you were far too wild for Paul. But I'm glad to say I was wrong, and you and Paul were a perfect match for each other. Anyway, you're pleased to hear that you and Em now. Not as pleased as me though, as it's Thursday work, and I can't wait to get a cold float stout for Grace Library. So you go, Paul, wait for your beer. I'd like to thank everyone for making this day special for Paul and Joe. After years of cancellations, I know it means a lot to them to have the family and friends together in this room to celebrate. So again, thank you so much. In a speech from a best man who's married himself, you might normally expect to have some advice for the groom, like some, your wife is always right. But with Paul, I've turned that on its head and advised to Joe that Paul is always right. If he's ever not right, this is the fault of someone else giving him enough information. So Joe, life is easier when you learn to nod your head when Paul is right about something than just ignore him. So, all that's left is me to ask you all to be upstanding and raise a glass to toast the happy couple. I wish you a long and happy life together, and all luck in the world. You, Mr. and Mrs. Allan. Thank you.
What a beautiful and joyous day. I'm going to apologise in advance that I am going to read from my paper because I'm super nervous. I'm Hannah, and I'm one of Joanne and Paul's bridesmaids. And I met Joey first year of high school, so we've been friends since we were 12 years old. Having the benefit of this long history means that I have a wide bank of embarrassing and incriminating stories. The only problem in that is that in every single one of them, I play an absolute nerd and she plays the cool chick, so I only end up incriminating myself. We were always a very unlikely pairing. At school, Joey was popular, always up with the trends, a badass into rap music, and turned the head of all the boys. Well, let's just say my first concert was to see a boy band called 911. A total geek, and I wore my backpack with the straps pulled all the way up. That aside, Joey never cared and was a loyal friend from the start. A wee story that I can share with you that I think says a lot about Joey and really paints a picture of who she truly is at her core. We were due to be attending the long-awaited school Christmas disco, and Joey had invited me for a pre-disco hangout at Broadwin's. I showed up at her door wearing a lilac turtleneck bodysuit and matching lilac floral ski pants. She didn't say a word, but she took me to her room, opened her wardrobe, and started pulling out dresses for me to try on. She never made me feel bad, but her unspoken act of kindness I've never forgotten. I showed up at the disco that night feeling $1 million wearing one of her borrowed dresses, and that set the tone for our lives together. A true friend who holds you up and helps you shine. In many ways, she is forever youthful. She's never lost that great curiosity for people and places. She has a child. In almost every crossroads or difficult moment in my life, I think to myself, what would Joey do? Whenever in doubt, I try to approach the world with her careless abandon and her sweet disposition, and to just be a bit more Joey. So now I'd like to finish with a slightly more unusual toast, and I'd like you to join me in raising a toast to being more Joey.
Come on.
I think we're ready for food. No, we're not. So, if you're thirsty, get yourself a drink, but we will let you know when food is ready. Okay, guys? And everyone has a glass on their table that says, oh, incorrectly, the P&J Wedding 2020.
Like there's
It's a bit out of date, but the glass still works. So you can use that to get a drink, basically, and that's for you to take home as your wedding favour. So this has been sat in our spare bedroom for quite some time. People did clean them, the team did clean them, so we're cool with that. I'm not going to stand the routine now because we're still waiting, so I'm going to put this back down now. So thanks a lot for coming, and I hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoy the dance when the band arrives, and our tunes by DJ Scott and myself. And yeah, I think that's it. So get yourself a drink, and we'll be really soon. Thank you.
to a great couple, right? We love them. We love them.
Are you from America?
I'm from Florida. I'm Richard's cousin, his dad's cousin.
Amazing. Are you having a good day?
Oh, absolutely. I love Scotland. I absolutely love Scotland.
Place to be. Look at the picture.
Yeah.
Florida dog, get in.
The only problem with Florida, it's really hot.
Scotland's nice and cool.
It's getting hotter. That's the problem.
Please us with your lyrical thesis. We just chillin', lookin', top billin', silkin', pure billin'. Palm trees, cats named Hydro, look up, down road. The willingness, we can be the silliest. The more I smoke, the smaller the silliest. Real one slow, where the players well. That's the class, the road to death. Anyhow, make it feel good like students. Let me get the right mode. That's why she don't know that she's sucking like the road.
Pardon me.
spin the circle, we'll bring it to the middle. For some reason they're all over here. So let's bring the circle to the middle of the room.
Oh my god! Oh, nice.